Tis a life of a trucker, and I am true American Wood. All right.
I think let's get in there.
So I'm doing this pre-trip. I thought I would start today off with giving you kind of the rundown tour of my truck.
Nice wheels. Took a lot of time on those.
Anyway, I am sitting in the middle of effing nowhere, as you can see. Stop and off ramp. That's how we truckers do it. Need a little bit of quiescent.
Little bit of quiescent.
A little bit of peace and quiet. That's the way to do it. Screw them truck stops. I try to avoid them at all costs. Unless I've got to go take a shower, and then I'm in and out, and that's it.
So everything's looking like it did yesterday. Nothing's changed. I'm not really getting deep inside of it. Normally I would. But I gotta hit the road.
Look at that. Can't let them wheels go.
So, we got to start turning them. How these
Ones. Yeah. Those. They'll hurt you.
Anyways, I got a lot of stuff today. Been watching some news. I'm gonna hit the road, and I'll get back to you. Peace. Hey guys, so what do you guys think? I don't know if you caught that press conference with Mr. T-Man. What do you think about what he had to say? You think it's a good idea that we start opening the country? Or do you think it's a bad idea? Or even do you think all of this was a bunch of bullcrap? Be interesting to find out what you guys say. I've been putting this video together all day now, so I'm still driving. As soon as I stop, I'll bring some news to you guys. But in my opinion, I'll tell you this. I think that we need to be very, very careful with what we do going forward. Keep your eyes peeled, you guys. There's something underneath this that they're not telling us, and I think we all can see it. It's just a matter of knowing what it is. There is a hidden agenda, and on top of it, he's at war with China. I don't know if you guys know this, but the U.S. is blaming China. They are blaming China for it being leaked out of their lab. And this is new coming out. I knew this all along, I'm sure all of us did. But they are now admitting that they believe this came out of the Wuhan lab. So, what do you think is going to happen between the U.S. and China because of this? Tell you what, it's not good. So get your preps ready. Be ready for anything. Guns, ammo, food, water, and a place to hunker down. Have some type of currency, whether it be cash money, gold, silver, any precious metal, anything you can barter with. Because if we go to war with China, that's the direction we'll have to go. We'll be on our own, because it will be on this land. Mark my words. This war will come to us. Anyways, I will keep putting this video together, and I'll come out with some more news. Thanks, guys. Hey guys, I'm back. So, Trump fans flames of Chinese lab coronavirus theory. Donald Trump has fueled a media theory that the coronavirus pandemic began with when the pathogen accidentally escaped a Chinese laboratory, teasing that more and more we're hearing the story. The U.S. President's TV network of choice, Fox News, has reported that multiple sources in the American government believe initial transmission of the virus was a bat to human in a virology lab in Wuhan. Due to weak safety protocols, an infected lab worker then went to a wet market where the virus spread. When the Fox News reporter John Roberts put this to Trump at a press briefing on Wednesday, he replied, "Well, I don't want to say that, John, but I will tell you more and more we're hearing the story. The president is notorious for recycling content for Fox News in his remarks or tweets, and it was unclear whether he was privy to any other information to back the claim." He added, "We'll see when you say multiple sources. Now there's a case where you can use the word sources, but we are doing very thorough examination of this horrible situation that happened." Trump added that he did not want to disclose any discussions he had with the Chinese President Xi Jinping about the laboratory. The Pentagon's top general, Mark Milley, cast doubt on the lab theory earlier this week, saying the U.S. intelligence has looked into the possibility, but that the weight of since the outbreak of the virus, evidence thus pointed towards natural origins since the outbreak of the virus in Wuhan in December. More extreme conspiracy theories have suggested that it was engineered as a bioweapon. There is no evidence for this. The scientific journal, The Lancet, has stated the virus appears to have come from wildlife. Analysis by scientists at the Wuhan Institute of Virology suggests that the virus's genome, But the story running prominently on Fox News begins by stating the virus began not as a bioweapon, alleging incompetence rather than a malicious attack. This idea has gained more traction, especially among anti-China hardliners in Washington. What the heck? This is ridiculous. Well, I don't know, you guys. And this is all on Fox, CNN, BBC, The Guardian. I mean, I'm reading out of mainstream. Let's see, it says, China's extreme censorship and lack of openness about the virus have done little to quell the speculation, but conversely, healthy skepticism is guaranteed because of Fox News' widely panned coverage of the pandemic, as well as Trump's habit of searching for distractions and excuses to shift blame. These guys are ridiculous. Ridiculous. We all know the truth, and Trump has already said it. At Wednesday's coronavirus task force briefing, he lambasted the Voice of America radio station for its China coverage. What things they say are disgusting toward our country, and the World Health Organization, WHO, for giving Beijing the benefit of the doubt. Son of a bitches. It took them a long time to realize what was going on, but I have a feeling they know exactly what was going on. He said without evidence having previously announced a hold on WHO funding, tragically other nations put their trust in the WHO and they didn't do any formal travel ban. Meanwhile, Trump, under pressure to restart the economy, struck an optimistic note for America's fight against the virus on a cold day in the White House Rose Garden. The battle continues, but the data suggests... Details support the claim. Hopefully that will continue, and we will continue to make great progress. These encouraging developments have put us in a very strong position to finalize guidelines on states for reopening the country. The White House will release the guidelines on Thursday, he added, after he and Vice President Mike Pence hold calls with governors. We think that some states can actually open up before the deadline of May 1st. Trump added, "We'll be the comeback kids, all of us. Tomorrow's going to be a very big day. We'll have some openings that will exceed our expectations, and they'll be safe, they'll be strong, but we want to get our country back. We're going to do it, and we're going to do it soon." What do you guys think? The reopenings are bound to be phased geographically and require flexibility. Pence, who heads the coronavirus task force, said the American people will be encouraged to know, as we stand here today, 24% of the counties of this country have no reported coronavirus cases. In fact, half of the states in America have less than 2,500 cases per state. But public health experts have warned that the U.S., which has the biggest caseload in the world, must boost testing and contact tracing before loosening restrictions. Trump said the U.S. has surpassed 3.3 million completed tests, but failed to answer governors' concerns over how the process can be stepped up. This can make recess appointments of federal judges. He falsely accused Democrats of leaving key administration positions unsatisfied or are unstaffed and making it very hard to govern. We have a tremendous number of people that have to come into government, and now more so than ever before because of the virus. If the House will not agree to the adjournment, I will exercise my constitutional authority to adjourn both chambers of Congress. Trump added the current practice of leaving town while conducting phony pro forma sessions is a dereliction of duty that the American people cannot afford during this crisis. Michael Beschloss, an author and historian, tweeted, "No president in history has ever used the constitutional power to adjourn Congress. Wilson, Taft, and FDR were all urged to adjourn Congress and all refused." Mother effer. Well, yeah. Well, what do you guys think about that? That's pretty crazy. And the fact that we've been talking about this for the last 2.5 months now, and every little bit of that, what Trump is saying now, we've all been saying it on our alternative sources. So I'm not trying to pick sides here. I'm not trying to go Republican or Democrat side. None of that matters to me. Okay? None of it matters. What matters to me is that the fact the truth is starting to peak a little bit. But let's stop there for a minute. So we all know they're all dirty, even all the way to the top. The president, everybody, they all keep secrets. They all have to lie, period. There's no question about that, because top secret clearances, that's their job, is to lie. So what is really the motive for these things that we've been talking about to start coming out now? Because as far as evidence goes, none of that has ever changed. None of it's changed since this has all started. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been talking about it before mainstream did or before the president did. So now we've got to ask ourselves, because there was another article that came out today saying something about China's Navy passing Taiwan today. And that was evidence from our aircraft going over them. So we've got our Navy in the Pacific and in, what is it, somewhere down there on the other side of Central America, right? So we've got it in the Pacific and the Gulf Atlantic, or whatever it is. And then now the Navy, China's Navy is moving our way. If I were you, I'd be a little nervous about what's going on, because I am. I know where this is headed. I've seen, I've served, I've done that. I know what is coming. These are the chess pieces getting played. This is exactly how wars start. And the only difference is they're being very, very hush-hush about it. Because normally in the past, if we were getting threatened or there was a threat on us, we would have known by mainstream media or our government by now. Not necessarily for our own safety, but they've got a little bit of a hothead and they've got big heads, you know, so this is when they would want to start flexing their muscles. But apparently that's not the case that's going on right here. It's like they're hiding it. And maybe they're worried. Maybe they're scared. Maybe something's crawled up their ass and has got them thinking twice about what's about to happen, which I don't blame them. I mean, you're talking about a quarter of the world's population's country. It's got the largest as far as numbers in the world, and we're butting heads with them right now. I don't know. What do you guys think? I could tell you this right now. I've been preparing for a while. That's just in my blood. I've had my wife and my kids. They're already on board. We've got our plans. We're not perfect. You know what I mean? There's always going to be a flaw in the plan, especially when you've got that many people trying to follow the same plan. Unless you practice that thing on a daily basis, there's going to be a flaw. It's all about how you can improvise on your way through it, if that makes sense. See, I'm on the road all the time, obviously, so we've had to improvise that way, knowing when shit hits the fan, what my wife is supposed to do and how we're going to meet up. See, I gave her an atlas, and I've had her study it, and we talk every day, so she knows where I'm at. And if shit hits the fan and she has to leave our bunker, then she has that atlas and she knows what back roads, she knows what small roads to take and stay off the main highways. If I were to give you any advice, if you're going to run at the last minute, do not hit those highways. Take any dirt back road that you possibly can. And if you don't have to take a vehicle, don't, because that is a death trap. You're a sitting duck, basically. You end up in the wrong place and you're not prepared. That's a bad situation just waiting to happen. Anyways, there's a little bit of news today. I got to hit the sack. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just getting new to this and just trying to edit video and all that. It is a lot of work. I never realized it. But hey, listen, I will just keep doing my best to come out with a video every day for you guys. There's something new on the news, I'll bring it to you. Hopefully I can get better at this. I appreciate all of you who are sub to me and who do come across my channel. This is a big deal, guys. Life's changing, the world's changing. God is coming, or Jesus is coming, and God is watching. No man knows the hour, not even the sun. So be prepared spiritually, be prepared physically. Say your prayers every day, morning, night, in the day, all day. I talk to God probably all day long, in my head, in my heart, and on my knees. I thank God for all the blessings in my life. I'd like to close this video right now, though, with a prayer. Let's say a prayer real quick, and we'll close this up. Father in heaven, I give you thanks today for all the many blessings in our lives. For all those listeners and all those who come across my video, I just ask special blessings upon them. I hope that you can lead and guide all of us to safely to your arms, that you may guide us on the right path and show us the directions and take the steering wheel from us. For when we drive ourselves, we end up crashing. We just know that we're weak and we're flawed. We need your divinity. We need your guidance in our lives every day, every hour, every minute, every second. Father, bless our families, especially for all of us who travel on the road like myself, who work away from home. I just ask that you please bless all our families, no matter where we are. Keep them safe. May the Holy Ghost be with them. May your hand be placed upon all of their heads, that a safety net be thrown over and cast over all the homes. Father, this is such a great blessing to be able to have the motivation and determination to talk to people around the world, and for all those who are willing to listen to me, who are patient enough to let me learn how to bring information and truth to the masses. Father, use me as your tool. Use all of us as your tool for all those who are listening to the sound of your voice in their hearts and in their minds and with their spirit. I just ask that you use all of us. Father, please forgive us for what we've done. Forgive us for our daily mistakes and sins that we make. I just ask that those who are still trying, and for myself, who try to improve how I try and improve my life every day, even though I'm not perfect, I just ask blessings still be poured upon us. We love you so very much. In Jesus Christ, you are our Lord, our King, and our Savior. I say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. All right, guys, I love you guys. Good night. I'm going to bed. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. If you haven't been here before, please hit the like button, subscribe. If you got bad things to say, and you want to say things about me, go ahead. It ain't going to bother me. I've heard it all. I beat myself up probably more than anybody else can. I come from a rough background, so words aren't going to hurt me. And if it does anything, it's probably going to just piss me off. And that's the reaction you're going to get, but I'm not going to give it to you today. So I love you guys. Subscribe, hit the like, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Rubber side down, y'all. I love you.